In this video, we're going to show you how to set up the performance station and attach any accessories that you may have purchased for it. So I've got all my parts laid out on the floor. The first thing you're going to do is going to find these uprights, the silver pieces, lay them out on the floor with the holes facing upward. Next, you're going to locate your J-hooks. I've already got one of the J-hooks attached. I'll show you how to do this one. What you're going to do is go to the top of this pole, slide it on, pull up this pin to get it the rest of the way. And you'll hear it click. What you'll want to do is maybe slide it down just a little bit farther. That way it's out of your way for the rest of the assembly. Step number 2 is you're going to locate your cross divider piece right here and your 2 side brackets. You have a left and a right side, and the way you differentiate these is the right side will have a flat piece right here that will go on the outside of your upright, and you'll have the flat piece that will be connecting to the wall. So this is my right side, got my left side over here, and to connect these, you're gonna be using your long bolts. This comes with a nut, your bolt, and 2 washers. And to assemble it, you're gonna put this on the outside, washer on the outside, bolt through the upright, the bracket, and this center connector bar. You go washer and bolt. We're gonna finger tighten this. So I went ahead and did the other side. Both sides are now finger tightened with the bolts. If you've done this right, you'll have flat brackets facing upwards, and you'll have a thicker bar on top and a skinny bar on bottom. So now I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna use a 3/4 inch socket and a 3/4 inch open wrench to tighten these bolts about 80%. And then I'm gonna flip this guy onto its other side. So at this stage, you've got these bolts and nuts tightened on both sides of this. I've then flipped it over. It's now facing upside down. You're gonna locate this single cross beam. This is gonna act as more structural support for this performance station and also medicine ball storage if you use it that way. So you're gonna put this in here and align it. You'll see the 2 holes on the side brackets. That's what you're going for. You're gonna use one of your bolts and nuts. Stick this through, 1 washer on the outside. One on the inside. Cap it with a nut. We're gonna finger tighten that so it stays in place. I'm gonna do this to both sides. Okay, so I've went through, I've finger tightened both sides on the crossbar. At this point, you would then tighten these all the way up if you have a standard performance station purchase and you're ready to mount to the wall. However, if you did order any accessories such as the monkey bars or the heavy bag mount, what you would do is before putting these bolts on, you would feed them through these two holes, and these are your monkey bar brackets. They would go on just like this plate right here is gonna go on the outside, and this would be a part of this threading through when you hook up this crossbar. At this stage in the setup, I have jumped ahead and I have finger tightened both bolts and wrench tightened both bolts on the monkey bar attachment, and we are ready to attach the actual monkey bar portion of this piece. So, this is what the actual monkey bar portion looks like. Setup on this is critical. These bars right here, if you set them up wrong, will be facing upwards when you mount it to the wall. You want them parallel to the ground. So as you position this, imagine the ground and make sure they're gonna be parallel. So that's correct. I'm gonna be grabbing my bolt, nut, and washers and finger tightening each side. Going through the outside here. There we go. Slip a washer on there. That way it stays. And we'll do the other side. So after hand tightening each side of this middle piece to the monkey bar, I went through, tightened them all up. They're good to go. We're ready to mount this to the wall. One thing though, if you did purchase the heavy bag mount, where you would put that is right here on the side. You can see these 2 points and this 1 point. If you hold it on the right side or the left side, because you can get either option, you'll see exactly where they mount. At this point, you'd want to take these bolts out, mount your heavy bag. And I'll get you a better angle of that so you can see that good. All right, so I've got this bad boy tightened all down with every accessory possible to put onto the performance station. Next, I flipped it around so the logo is facing down and it's ready to tip up onto the wall behind me. So for mounting, these side brackets, they are 48 inches apart, which align with studs that are gonna be in your wall. If you can't find a stud or have trouble finding a stud, or the contractor you're working with is hesitant about whether or not it's going to connect well, we have a mounting bracket you can see up on top. This can come with your performance station. What you do is there's bolts up there. Normally it would be a piece. You'd slide it into the corresponding holes on the back of here, tighten those nuts down, then tip it up and screw into the appropriate holes right through the mounting bracket. So I've already done that for convenience sake. We've already found our studs. We're ready to go. We're going to tip this bad boy up. All right, so when you tip it up, if you're working by yourself, you want to make sure that it's got a lean on the wall. That way it doesn't tip over on you while you're setting it up. At this point, if I had attached this mounting bracket, I would pre-drill my holes and find my studs, and I would work with a local contractor or fastening store to decide what material I'd be screwing into. That way I'm using the proper fastening to keep this thing sturdy. Then I'd drill holes into the floor to properly bolt these feet to the ground so everything's gonna stay in place. We're ready to go. We found our studs. I'm actually just gonna bolt in. This is done. This is the setup for the performance station. Enjoy.